Okay, so first things first. Who are you? What's your role, and where do you work?
I'm Yadin Porter de León, and I am the head of Customer Advocacy, Customer Stories, and Thought Leadership at Heroku by Salesforce. I'll pitch it over to Julián next.
Of course, and I'm Julián Duque. I'm the principal developer advocate for Heroku.
I love it. Julián gets on and he's always like podcasting. He's like, I'm Julián Duque. I can't do what Julián does. Like, so when he like says Julián, it's not like I gotta get my announcement. Like Julián's he's got it together.
Of course, that's part of what I do.
The magic. It's the magic.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, speaking of magic, creating things, putting things together. KubeFM Learn Cube have been working directly with Heroku on a really cool Kubernetes community asset. Yadin, for people that aren't aware of this yet, because it's going to be coming out quite soon, what can they expect? What's it all about?
Okay, though, first and foremost, this is about leveling up your career, about doing what you want to do better. And originally, the whole inception of the idea was individuals come to things like KubeCon, and it can be overwhelming. There are so many people, so many resources, so many different directions to go. And I always, even selfishly too, like I want to learn these communities and be able to wrap my arms around this. So I wanted one thing that gave people a place to start. What podcast should I listen to? What video series should I watch? What repo should I check out? How do I join open source? Do I want to do an open source project? Just starting to get your head wrapped around this, and not just text on a page. This is individuals from the community, pillars of the community, people have contributed a ton to the community who are actually putting their opinions, their thoughts, their experiences in there. And then you see a face in the asset. You see them, you see how to reach out to them. You can ask them questions about the section that they have curated in that asset. So that was the whole inception of like, we want real people to connect to other real people to help them make progress and be able to get started. So those who are just new in the community, it's a great asset for them, but also it's a great asset for community leaders who are trying to pull people into the community and be able to hand them something and say, hey, this is how you can get started.
I love it. And as someone who started in this community 5 years ago and had a very overwhelming experience also in the COVID times, everything was online. I really wish something like this had existed at that point because it would have been very useful. But like you said, there's really something in there for everybody, whether you're a total beginner and just looking for resources, or maybe you're someone who's a maintainer and you want to get sort of mentorship through an asset like this. So like you can expect a lot more to be coming out about this at KubeCon. Now I want to turn it over to Julián. In terms of things that Heroku, Salesforce are going to be doing at KubeCon, what can we expect? What are the conversations that you're interested in having? What are the things that you're looking forward to speaking about with folks there?
Of course. So first and foremost, what we are going to be showing at KubeCon is our AI platform as a service. So on Heroku, you have the primitives to build any type of application and AI application with the languages and frameworks you use and love. So this is what we are going to show you, not only building and hosting those applications and using our AI services like managed inference, our MCP toolkit support, agents, vector database, our MCP server, but also how to build applications with AI. And how are we enabling this new set of developers so they are more efficient and they can take an idea to production with these new tools. So that's what we are going to be showing at KubeCon. We are going to be showing different demos. We have sessions, and we will have also our open source contributors from the Cloud Native Buildpacks project that are going to be there at KubeCon speaking with the community.
And just real quick, Julián, since you're talking about AI all the time, we've been speaking about AI a lot in the last couple of years in the Cloud Native ecosystem. What's the number one piece of advice that you find yourself giving to folks when they're lost, when they're trying to figure out where do I even start with this? I'm thinking about using AI in a Kubernetes environment.
So first is don't be afraid of it. Embrace it. Right now we are in this new ecosystem, these new tools that are coming that are going to make your work better. I see some people that is hesitant to use these new models, these new agents, because there is this misconception of AI taking out our jobs. I see it differently, and this is mostly AI helping me do my job better and letting me focus on other stuff. So this is why I recently been relying more on coding agents and models to be able to be better at what I do, not only for coding, but also for creating content And for example, I don't have like a full experience doing ops, but thanks to these type of tools, it becomes easier. And it also sparks the curiosity in me because I want to learn what is happening behind the scenes. I just don't want to accept what the model is suggesting. I want to learn and I want to understand why it is suggesting it. So it is also giving me the opportunity to learn and to grow. So my advice for folks out there is embrace it. Take some time, use it, experiment, and see how can you integrate this as a part of your day job.
Yadin, anything to add before we wrap up in terms of your KubeCon plans?
Well, I'd say just if you want to learn more about what Julian's talking about, just go and listen to the Heroku Codish podcast, and you can hear Julian talk about AI and all sorts of amazing things. It's fabulous. We're just relaunching it this year, and I'm super excited about it. Also, super excited to see people in Atlanta at KubeCon.
Of course.
Looking forward to it. You guys, thanks so much for your time today. Look forward to seeing you on the ground in Atlanta. Take care.
See you. See you there.
See you there. Bye bye.